light. Now, a lot of you may be wondering, stasis is overtaking the crucible. Stasis is beyond light. Okay, so that all is true, right? But there is still a way to make the older supers, the supers of the light, powerful enough that you don't need stasis. And I'm here to tell you today how to do it on the Warlock. So, we got my head off, just, for background, and it's beautiful. I was enjoying the scenery. So, my power level is not 1229. It's the first thing you look at, and you're like, no. It is actually quite a whole lot higher than that. So, it's actually 1260 with everything included. I was going over for the last 3 hours how to build this build. So what we're going to be doing is the primary weapon of choice, and you could use this build you can use in the raid. And I'm currently working on the catalyst. So what we got here is Luminous polymer grip. This weapon's grip is made of lighter material, increases handling speed. Using a noble round, Blessing of the Sky. Using a noble round on an ally heals them and grants both you and them a weapon damage bonus for a short duration. This weapon can fire longer distances, accurized rounds increased range, and on top of that, it's a 140, so its range is even further. Chamber compensator, stable barrel attachment, increases stability, moderately controls recoil, slightly decreases handling speed. Kills with this weapon leave behind remnants. Absorbing a remnant converts your next hip-fired shot into an ally-seeking noble round and partially refills the magazine. So, this weapon is kind of like the Thorn in the like that it is what the Thorn is uncorrupted. So this is what its Thorn should have been. If you want to go into the lore edit, I can provide you the lore tab right here. And I will leave this up for a brief second while I explain the rest of the build. The rest of the build includes the slug shotgun and a grenade launcher. It's like people are using anarchy and all of this, and it's like that's great. I have it, but this is a way you can enjoy another exotic without anarchy. Outlaw still the same, and interference 4, or actually interference 6. Is what it actually is in Roman numerals. If it's the Roman numerals before, it's 4. If it's after, it's 6. So what we got here is hard launch, spike grenades, clown cartridge, full court, velocity masterwork, and a boss spec. These are all mainly yellow bar enemies, and bosses. So the build includes the following. It has charged up. This is a charge with light build. Ashes to assets gain bonus super energy on grenade kills. Already you can tell that this is about getting my super back as fast as possible. Now you may be wondering, the build that I'm talking about has been around for a while. Not exactly. Mine's different. One, I like being unique, and shotgun ammo finder recovery. And here we have channeling wraps. We have energy converter. While charged with light, using your grenade attack grants you super energy, consuming all stacks of charge with light. The more stacks you have, the more energy you gain, and up to a maximum of 50% of your super energy. It is 10 discipline. Minus 10. Grants class ability energy when you damage a combatant with a melee attack. That's just a melee attack. We have a recovery mod to bump that recovery up. Alright, my Phoenix Protocol, I just got this. Solid roll. I just need a masterwork and get some enhancement prisms. Shouldn't be too hard. We got grenade launcher reserves. We got charge up again. Solar damage resistance. Obviously, when I get enough, it's going to be a solar damage mod or recovery to completely max out the recovery. But for Boots of the Great Hunt, we got charged up. The reason why I'm not using overcharged is because the sheer fact as I can get the same benefits as these and still put other mods on. Reduces grenade cooldown. Obviously, we're trying to get our grenade back as quick as possible. Replenishes health each time you pick up an overpower. Obviously, intellect. And then for, obviously, Bond of the Great Hunt, we have Taking Charge. Reduces all ability cooldowns when using class ability. And then 10 resilience. So we're going to move around so we don't get kicked. I think I was about to get kicked. I'm going to turn on my HUD now that this is started. Alright, so I am charged with light currently, as you can see. Alright, running. Okay, that's great. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to pop it. Right, let's pop it somewhere in this. We're going to pop it right here. Alright, we don't have... There's 1, 2, 3... Where's the enemy? There's the enemy over here. We're going to step out, throw our grenade. We're now 50% charged with our super. Alright. Then if this was in the middle of all kinds of ads, I would still have a while throwing the grenade and then killing ads. I would have my super back. I nearly have my super and I just used it. This build is mainly centered around getting my super back as quickly as possible, but it's also around like healing. It's a healing build, so that stop moving. He's 202. I'm gonna go heal somebody else. Actually, I'll just heal you. Alright, I need to practice using the hipfire shot and just hipfire at them. It does have some tracking, which you kind of have to work with it. So, as you saw, one of our abilities is to get our healing rift as back as possible, and it's with all melee attacks. So, before you just go around and melee everything, so there's one, every 7 seconds, there is a cooldown, and it's a hidden cooldown, it's not like a number. That was about 7 seconds. It's every 7 seconds it'll proc to prevent you from just getting your healing ability back. Okay. I just used it. There you go. So this build is centered around using it in the raid, and you could use this in nightfalls, any activity that require champions, and all you have to do to take care of champions, specifically overload, is switch out one thing. Overload grenades and Surge Eater to help with that. And then all you would have to do is take this off and put on a pulse. And it's the build is still the same. It is absolutely the same. And then for Unstoppables, there is Unstoppable Shotgun, which I do have. And I believe it is... thought I had it. No, I don't have it. So I will need to put that over here. Anyways, I have Unstoppable Shotgun, which would change things. I would have to find something else. And that brings me to the second part of the build. I would have to ultimately remove the Phoenix Protocol. But over here, we got backup. Energy Converter, melee damage resistance, void damage resistance. And then right here, where is it at? I have 2 of them. Here it is. Right here, Sun Bracers. You would simply just have to take away all of this and throw on the mod. It's 7. So you would throw on it, shotgun, and then you could technically do everything. You could leave this shotgun on, and you could if it's, let's say, Unstoppable and whatchamacallit, and Overload. There you go. You got your grenades for Overload, and which as soon as you stun one, you get your grenade back, which you can then heal your allies if they were previously damaged. Then on top of that, you could stun Unstoppables with a slug shotgun with Vorpal, which is it counts on a yellow bar. And this build is absolutely nuts. Extremely potent. There's lots of... well, that's why I said this it's unique. You don't see people use Sun Bracers, but you get a melee kill with this that is approximately 4, maybe 5 healing grenades that you can toss at people that will heal them. Or you can throw 2 normal grenades, a healing grenade here or there for your allies, and it can help ad clear. And then here, switch it around. We have Divinity on top of that. So you were the ultimate support class with this particular build. You could take off that and put on a sniper rifle, or even an auto rifle, like False Promises. I have a really fantastic roll right here, and it could help you with overloads, and you would no longer need to have to use your grenade specifically on the overload, even though the overload procs on auto rifles are complete crap. It's still nonetheless a very manipulative, and kind of like you can use different things with this build. It is not just, okay, this is the set of armor that you're going to use specifically for this, and this is the set of weapons. This build involves different weapons. It also involves Monte Carlo, which is currently in the vault, so I'm not exactly prepared, so you can take a mark off of that if you want to. Also, here's another thing. You could ultimately take Lumina off if you were having issues with, like, say, getting ads done inside GMs. Throw on Succession sniper rifle, take off this, put on a pulse, and then throw on a laminate, and you can still kill overloads and barriers if it's an overloaded barrier sort of scenario, because of these two wonderful great mods here. And if it's all three of them, well then there you go. You just switch a couple things around here, but there, that would take off, it would take a slightly put a damper on it. But with as fast as I'm going to be getting my super back and then orbs and picking up orbs of light, which boosts the super, on top of getting melee kills and stuff like that to get my rift back as fast as possible, I'm still going to be getting my super faster than anybody else.
Guardian, you've got fallen bricks nearby. Go and show them what stasis can really do.
With one charge with light, this is how much it gives you. With one. This is just one. Wait till it goes down. That's approximately 30 to 40 seconds off my super bar, just right there. If it's just with one charge with light, and it's gone. You have to get some more. This procs every 2 kills. It is a very reliable way, or you could kill a lot of enemies with one round of your heavy, and it's really an effective way. And I have shotgun ammo finder on to help get my ammo back for my shotgun, since I have to use that to proc to get orbs of light. It is a really, really fun build. I've been using the Sunbracers portion of this build inside the new raid, and it is just absolutely fantastic. I love this build. I've never had fun running a Well of Radiance. I thought that this super was the worst super. I hated it. I hated it so much, because there's other supers that I would rather use. I'd rather use Chaos Reach or something like that, and I will be going over a build for Chaos Reach, and I'll be working on a build with that, with using some of the new weapons, mods, and the like, and for a high DPS for a glass cannon build. I have 2 other builds in the works, and on top of that, I have 2 builds on my Titan, as on a Titan main always will be, but I've kind of been playing on all 3 characters these last week, and I've been having fun. I've been having fun again. So, this took me an incredibly long time to make, so if you could please hit that like button, this will greatly help the channel. Comment, let's communicate, let's talk about what your favorite builds are. Maybe some critiques on my wording, or maybe preparation, anything. Let's go ahead and get some subscribes in there if you're not subscribed, because I'm trying to build a community. I'm ultimately trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to try to open PS4, PC clans, and PS5. I am ultimately trying to move towards getting a PC, so I can be able to play on all 3 platforms, which I'll be getting an Xbox as well. So I want to get all 3 available consoles for this, not just console, but platforms for this game. Once we get up to 1,000 subscribers, then I'll make my own Discord community, and I will make different moderators and admins for my Twitch channel. I want to make a community that rises and grows and gets better at the game, whether that's making builds, challenging yourself with new activities. So if you would please subscribe, and let's get the ball rolling on that. We're at 135 subscribers. I am 865 away from my goal. 865 subscribers away from my goal. Roughly, if my math is correct. So yeah. So don't forget to hit that like button again. And as always, for my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's strive against the flesh. Let's follow the Lord and the upward call of God in Christ Jesus. For all fellow guardians, rise, get better at the game, play, challenge yourself. People say that the game right now is dead. No, just make the game fun. We're guardians, we make our own fate. So as always, that's all, folks.